My first hurricane was the year I was 7. My parents had been to Florida the year before with just my brother Rob, to see relatives visiting from Bolivia, and they wanted to take me because Miami looked beautiful, as my mother put it. So the 4 of us, Mommy, Poppy, Rob, and I, packed our car and set off from our house in Adelphi, Maryland, made a quick loop halfway around the Beltway, and began the straight shot down I-95, 1,065 miles to Miami Beach. It must have been a delicate time for our young family, trying, I suppose, to become more of a family. My parents had come to this country in 1961, bringing my grandfather to the D.C. area for treatment at Walter Reed, the military hospital. Papi, trying to establish his own medical residency, was essentially living at Prince George's County Hospital, while my mother cared for her father in the tiny apartment the 3 of them shared. They had left my brother and me in La Paz with our grandmother, where we lived apart from them for almost a year. One day, our grandmother told us we were going to Washington, that sing-song place that had become a fairy tale kingdom to me, the faraway land where my parents lived. Suddenly, we were on a plane, Rob and I crying the whole way, from La Paz to Miami, then on to Washington National Airport. And then we were getting off in a place that was hot and muggy and strange, and nowhere did we see the aunties and uncles, cousins and nannies who populated the world we knew. That was over. I clung to my abuela as these 2 smiling, vaguely familiar people approached, their arms reaching for me. "When you first saw me, you weren't sure who I was," my mother would later say. "Your abuela was the mother you knew." I don't believe we planned to stay forever, but time passed and we just never left. Soon the family pooled together enough money to buy the little house on Kirsten Street that would be our home for the next several years. In 1966, still struggling financially but feeling more settled, Mommy and Papi must have thought that our first family vacation would be just the thing. As Mommy remembered it, we just decided to drive to Miami Beach. We didn't know the names of hotels or prices of hotels. We didn't have that much money. I went